Notice of public meeting of the City Commission of the City of Brownsville. Pursuant to Chapter 551, Title 5 of the Texas Government Code, the Texas Open Meetings Act, notice is hereby given that the City Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas, in accordance with Article 5, Section 12 of the Charter of said city, will convene a workshop and a regular meeting on Tuesday, October 19th, 2010, at 5:45 p.m. and 6 p.m. in the Commission Chambers on the second floor of the Brownsville City Hall Federal Building, located at 1001 East Elizabeth Street, Brownsville, Cameron County, Texas. Workshop item A, activity report by the Brownsville Museum of Fine Art.
I'll, at this time, surrender the word over to Mayor Pro Tem Melissa Zamora.
Thank you very much. Good evening. We have Brownsville Museum of Fine Art for a presentation.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
I'm Berta Garza, and I'm representing the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts. And with me is Paquita Chavez and Marcela Hinojosa, co-chair of our gala that is coming up. And behind us is our representatives from the museum, trustees, and committee members. So I'd like for them to stand up as we give an invitation to each one of you. So could you stand up to be recognized? I'd like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to come and invite you personally. One of our advisory directors, which is Marcela Lawler, is an artist and painted these invitations personally for each one of you all. It's a work of art, and so please treasure them as we are treasuring them. And this is for an invitation to our gala, the largest fundraising, the most important fundraising of the year for the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts, to be held November 12th. And so we personally invite you. We hope you enjoy that invitation. And with that, I would like to pass it on to Marcela, which is the chair, and Paquita of this of the actual gala.
Good afternoon to all, and thank you. Part of the board and the committee is here with us supporting. We are very glad and honored to have this opportunity. Thank you, Charlie Kavler, for inviting us. For the museum, this event is one of the most important events because of the museum is going to be 4 years old. It's its 4th anniversary, and we're proud and honored to be here with Mayor Pat Ahumada. Thank you also for inviting us. And for our gala, it is the open doors for the community to be present and also to have a distinguished artist. This year, we're going to have Franchute de Leon, which is a regional artist that we're proud to have in the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts. It's going to be a beautiful gala well, today exactly, we're very excited because we started mounting the exhibition. It's going to be an event to also honor the artists, but also to honor you all, and also to have you there. We feel that you, as distinguished artists, is very important to be in the museum because also you've made it happen. So as I was talking, I got a little bit nervous, but as I was saying, the purpose of this event is to invite the whole community to be present in one of the most important institutions that the city has. The art, the history, the culture of our city is very important for our children, for our community. And so to have you all there present and to have your presence also is very significant. So first of all, we want to honor you in inviting you, but also we want to invite you to be a part and a team of our institution, to make you feel that this institution really needs your support, but also needs you to get involved and also to be part of it. By having institutions as the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts, we have something to be proud of our community. And I think I want to show you in the slides what in the 4 years that the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts has accomplished, and especially what our mission is. Let me see. Our mission is, as you know, is to contribute to the art education, culture, enrichment of the community. Exhibit works of art, arrange for and offer educational programs for children and adults, and encourage the development and appreciation of the advancement of art throughout the community. This museum is going to be 4 years old, and every day we have children, we have students going to our museum and we are sharing with the teachers and getting involved in our community. With your support and with your help, which we are proud to say that we are very grateful because every year you have helped us, we are achieving these things and making it grow. We are planning to have, for next year, several events, and also we wanted to let you know what we are showing. The exhibits that we've shown have enriched our culture in Brownsville, and the Museum of Fine Arts provides rich blend of art exhibitions and heritage to South Texas and Mexico. We want our mission to be that this institution becomes one of the museums, one of the best institutions or art museums in Texas. And for that, we need all the community to get involved. So we want to share this with you. This is part of our trustees, our advisory boards and volunteers, but also we want to let you know what we're doing. This chart, it's not very attractive, but I want you to see it. The city used to support us with $250,000. Now we have $50,000. We are very grateful that you are sponsoring us with this. And especially because next year we have, in November, the event that's coming up that we want you to be part of. But also next year we plan to enrich the community of Brownsville in January with an exhibition of Frida Kahlo. And this exhibition is one of the major exhibitions that I think most of the museums in the U.S. would want to have. Also, we have planned for next year an exhibition of Salvador Dali, plus different exhibitions that we have with the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts, the international show that are always held. And all these exhibitions make the community proud of the museum. We wanted to let you know what we're showing, but also we want you to be part of our team. We want you to know that with the money that we have and the fundraising that we have, we still need a lot to keep it open. And I know it's difficult, that we're in difficult times in Brownsville, but I want you to touch your hearts and to envision that this community, with the cultural and the heritage that we have, is what makes us proud. So for us to be here and to have the honor to be speaking to you is very, very significant. We want to invite you, we want to let you know that with what we have, we've rounded up more volunteers, we've rounded up more people to get involved, but professionally, we need a staff that can keep up and keep the doors open for our museum. It's a reality, but it's a vision, and also it's a dream that I think that's the importance of this museum. This museum was built because of a dream of a lot of people that love the arts in this city. Most of the cities in Texas don't have what we have in Brownsville or in this region, but we have a lot to be proud of. And if we unite together, and if we believe in what we are doing for the future of our community, I think this museum is a diamond that will shine for the community of Brownsville. For us to have the opportunity to be here today is to share what we believe and what the dream of this museum was for all the founders and what the board believes in for the community and the children of our city. So we just wanted to let you know, we wanted to get excited about our gala, our 4th anniversary, and especially to let you know that this museum is a baby. And if we unite together to make it grow strong and develop it as it should, I think for the future, it's going to produce, more education, it's going to produce a lot for our community, especially for our children and our young people. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for having us here. But especially, we want to honor you in the gala and make you feel part of our team and make you part of the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hinojosa. Thank you very much. Ms. Chavez, thank you also for coming. How many of your board members are here? Will you stand up? Just stand up so people know. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to come. It shows your interest and how much you care about this museum. I share how you all feel about it and what you're trying to do. And we want to wish you the very best in your fundraising efforts. And I will do what I can to help you all along the way. So best of luck, and let's hope you have a great success with the event. Thank you for what you do. Thank you very much. Okay, next.
We're ready for the Pledge of Allegiance. We're ready for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise. Did you get the agenda? Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Pastor Brad Burke will lead us in the prayer.
Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for this great nation we're blessed to live in. We thank you for the many ways you've blessed us. And Lord, as we face elections, I ask you to lead and guide the voters. Lord, I ask you to lead and guide the media to report truth. I ask you to reveal truth for what it is and give us the leaders that you desire for our nation. Lord, I thank you for the leaders that are before us here tonight. I ask you to give them divine wisdom and direction. Help them to make decisions that are best for the city of Brownsville. I ask you for unity and harmony as we discuss the issues that are before us tonight. In the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
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 Please be seated. Thank you all. Okay, on the mayor's report, I want to remind people we have the golf tournament November 20th at VICC to help fundraise for Brownsville Paws that works in conjunction with the animal shelter to rescue as many pets by placing them in good homes and promotes spay, neutering, and education. That's November 20th, 2010 at VICC. For golfers who want to participate, please contact the ICC Golf Pro Jerry Borgoni. Then we have the celebration of the Bicentennial Charles Stillman Day on November 4th, which is a Thursday. It will be at the Migoland Mall Convention Center where Toys R Us used to be. Tickets are on sale at $20 per person or $200 a table. You can get your tickets at the Stillman Museum, the Historic Brownsville Museum, the Brownsville Museum of Fine Arts, the Brownsville Convention Visitors Bureau. So if you all want to attend, please get your tickets. The Unification Committee met, and they're planning for the legislative session. One of the things I asked that it be included in there is the realignment of the bridges so we can start checking traffic southbound for any illegal contraband that's going southbound, especially with firearms or ammunition, which is a big problem right now in Mexico. But for those of you who are not aware, in Baja California, they just seized 105 tons of marijuana. 105 tons. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And it's all coming to the United States. So, you know, we have a huge problem. It's not just a border problem. It's an international problem with the United States and Mexico. And this is some of the things that are happening that are affecting us all. It's affecting the stability of security of a country, and it's affecting our economic base here along the border. Basically, those are the most important things that I wanted to point out. The City Commissioner, Charlie Atkinson, you have an update?
Yeah, just real quick. At the sports park tonight, there's an event. I don't know, a big variety of different bands from Mexico are going to be there tonight. I expect close to 20,000 people there tonight. So for those of you that are at home and you're looking to do something tonight, there should be a lot of people at the sports park tonight. It's going to be a really big event, and we hope people show up. And speaking about events at the sports park, I was just informed before we came up here that a year ago we had an individual who wrote a contract with our city parks director, Chris Patterson. And this contract was to bring down Boys to Men for our 4th of July celebration. Well, as all of you must have read, this guy was a con artist, and the city of Brownsville aggressively went after this individual. He was apprehended, he was arrested, and just today, I got a copy of the check. He paid back the city of Brownsville in full the $9,562 that he took from the city. And not only did we get this money back, they also had made a lot of, they spent a lot of their own money to get this concert ready. So the city benefited even more with extra stuff that they got out there. So I just want to thank the city manager, ex-police officer who was on this right from the beginning, who worked with city staff, worked with our chief of police, Carlos Garcia. I thank you and your officers for doing a great job in retrieving this money for the city of Brownsville and its citizens. So yes, it was unfortunate that happened, but we move on and we live and learn. And I'd just like to thank Charlie Kabler and your staff and everybody involved to ensuring that this money came back to the city of Brownsville and its citizens. So I want to thank you all on that. And that's it for my.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do you know what band is playing?
Oh, there's like 5 or 6 different bands from all over Mexico.
Commissioner Camarillo?
You know, we just had the Latin Jazz Festival happen about a weekend ago. 2 weekends ago, I'm sorry, here in downtown, and I want to thank George Ramirez and his organization and all the many volunteers that came out to help and put on the 14th annual Latin Jazz Festival. Those of you that had opportunity to attend saw hundreds of people really enjoying themselves, listening to Latin music, and just having a great time. I tried to come out to as many of the events as I could. The one that really just caught my attention was the one in downtown on Adams Street, which was the opener. It was a huge event. It was great to see different types of people coming to downtown on a Thursday night, enjoying themselves and listening to some great music. The same thing went on Sunday with the street dance. I thought it was awesome. The Del Castillo band just played. Wow, it was just a great time. It couldn't have been a better venue than having it in downtown. So I want to thank all those involved for bringing other people to Brownsville to hear what we do and hear some great acts. So appreciate George's help, as well as our Public Works, who worked really hard those past couple of days. And so I really want to thank all of them for all their work, and our officers that provide security and support. So thanks to them. And our Parks. Parks has always come through and really helped out when we needed them to. The city's also just submitted a TCQ Environmental Award. The city has done a lot for the environment over the past couple of years, and so I'd asked staff to see if they could put something together, and the award was submitted. It will be reviewed next month, and the city won't we won't know if we've been awarded the award or not, or a award until sometime early April. So I want to acknowledge Art and Sandra in the health department for submitting the application. I appreciate all their efforts and the efforts of many who help take care of the environment for the city of Brownsville. On the 23rd, this weekend, we have a Make a Difference Day. We expect over 500 students from the university to get involved and to help clean up Brownsville. There's about 15 to 18 sites that have been selected for these young adults to go and clean up, whether it's picking up trash or covering up graffiti or helping at the animal shelter, the Catherine Silman Animal Shelter. There's a lot for them to do, and they're going to get involved, and that's this weekend from about 8 o'clock to 12 noon. So those of you that wish to participate, please make contact with Jeff Johnson. Professor Falk is leading the charge on the university side, and we look forward to partnering with them to help clean up basically all of Brownsville. So 500 students are expected to help, and we really do appreciate their service and their commitment to wanting to clean up Brownsville. And last, on the 30th of this month, we have the first annual Nightmare on Adams Street. This is a Halloween event for the family, kids to come on Adams Street, which is our newly created entertainment district. There will be food booths, carnival games, a haunted house, music, and a thriller contest, which the school district has been asked to participate. And so BISD has informed their students and their principals to get their teams together. And so there will be some prizes, and there's some prizes for the schools that sell the most tickets for the haunted house. This is the first time we've ever done this in downtown. A few years ago, Peter Goodman and his staff did a downtown event, which I thought was great, and we kind of wanted to bring that back. And so I appreciate Mr. Edward Bustos coordinating these efforts along with Parks and Rec and Peter to help make all this happen. They've really worked very hard for the past couple of months, and the haunted house will kick off this Thursday. And so you all are more than welcome to attend and take your kids if you like. It'll be from 7 to midnight. And again, I want to encourage all the families to come out downtown Adams Street, October 30th. That concludes my
Thank you,
report.
Commissioner Longoria?
On the District 1 updates, I wanted to reiterate to the people that live on East Avenue, Naranjo, Sandia, and Tulipan, that the work that's being done there is work that was long overdue. This is work that was at least 20 to 25 years in the making, and it had not happened. So lines are being replaced, the streets are going to be redone, curb and gutter need to be redone. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer than was anticipated. So the reason is nobody is behind schedule, nobody's putting it off. It's just that the needs and the services that need to be addressed in that area are being addressed, and that's why the project is taking so long. So just if the people can bear with us, so while they get done, engineering does provide regular reports, so we do know as to what's going on. But if anybody has any questions, they're more than welcome to either email or get a hold of me at my city number, which is located in our website, or at our office, and we can address those issues. The second item that I had on there was an explanation of the PUB rates. Now, there was an article written the article was correctly written in the Herald. And this is my personal opinion, but what I happen to disagree with was the headline that was given to it that said that we had raised taxes and that we had raised rates. Now, yes, penalties did go up, but the recommendations that PUB brought were not accepted. The commission took a different approach to it under council's advisory also. Penalties did go up from 5 to 6%, but the original proposal was at a 7.5%, and that really only affects people that are paying their bill late. It doesn't affect the regular client that pays their bill on time. If you don't have a penalty established in anything, people are just going to feel, I don't have to do it, thus the penalty. And if you are taking your time to pay, obviously like in any other credit card and in any other credit, you do have to pay a penalty. So, but instead of going for that 7.5%, this commission maintained at 6%. Now, the customer service charge did go up $1. That there is no getting out of that. It went from $253 to $353, and it provides maybe an estimate of about $475,000 for the PUB coffer. Now, I'll get to that in just a second, but out of that customer service charge, We have thus recommended 5% over the next 5 years under council's recommendation. But as of yet, the PUB board has not met and they have not had it on their agenda to approve it. But people need to understand, we don't get the money from PUB, the transfer from PUB, we don't get it all in one shot. We get it at different times of the year so that PUB doesn't have to give all that money out. And they're still collecting a percentage on what they have in the bank. So in essence, the city isn't taking whatever the 2 million or the 3 million that it's taking all in one shot away from the PUB. We just, the money that they're making, as has been stated in the reports, is going into the CIP, into the capital improvement plan. Okay, so there is money for projects there within the future. These are some of the things that people need to know. There's a lot of mass confusion when you read an article, if you read a headline and you don't take the time to read the article or have further explanations. Our chief financial officer, our financial director has addressed the issue, but yet it hasn't been printed. You know, we're lucky enough in the city of Brownsville where we're in the electrical side, we're 24 to 25% under most of our competitors. You know, to have PUB at the city of Brownsville is an asset. And, you know, I just think that it's in really poor taste for people to take, you know, that somehow the city or, you know, this commission is taking advantage of what PUB stands for. You know, we have not raised taxes. We maintain an effective tax rate. You know, if people were to listen to what's going on, we've maintained for the last couple of years, and we've done without. This commission has held steadfast in helping the community. It was asked 2 years ago that we be transparent, that we provide financials, that they be online. We have since been awarded. The city has received awards for having done this. Although at one time I might not have been a proponent of it, but it has given the people the right to know what the city does with its money and how it is spent. But for the people that have been given that opportunity to know, I don't think it's fair that they come out and attack it when we have been transparent and we've allowed you to see what it is that this city, like the people should, to know what the city is doing with its money. But, you know, you've been given that right and then you attack it. Not everybody, but some people. And, you know, I just think that, you know, the Brownsville Herald is owned by the same company that owns McAllen, you know, the McAllen papers. And yet you see a lot of positive. When I read the McAllen paper, there's a lot of positive. This city has a lot of positive. I think a lot more of that positive should be put in there because that's the number one thing that investors look at when they look at our city. And if they look at the positive, they will come. If they look into the negative, they're going to look away. That's my 2 cents worth. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Longoria. Proclamations. Robert Sanchez, would you please come forward with your family? Emilio, Mr. Sanchez, Ms. Sanchez, would you please come forward? I had this proclamation drafted to recognize Robert for his contributions to the community and his friendship to me
Right there.
and his service
Jeff,
to
I think
PUB.
Yeah, I know.
I've known Emilio Sanchez for, I guess I can say, since I was a kid.
Oh my goodness, that's bad news for me.
I started out as a shrimper, and I was 18 years old. I started visiting your plant. So there's a lot of, I know this family personally. They're hardworking people, honest people, and people that I care about. And I wanted to recognize your son for his service and his commitment to the community. And, you know, just his heart, he's got a big heart. Hopefully his children will inherit that heart, because I know it's the grandfather's heart also. Lori, congratulations on your baby, new baby. And Robert, thank you so much for everything you've done and continue to do for our community. People have to remember, we don't always have to agree. That's important, but we should all respect each other. And I know Robert was good to work with on PUB, even when we disagreed. We'll always be friends. Robert, this proclamation is for you. Would you please read it, City Secretary?
A proclamation of the Mayor of Brownsville, Texas, honoring Robert Sanchez for his community involvement. Whereas Robert Sanchez is a native son of Brownsville, born in 1965, attended St. Mary's School, St. Joseph's Academy, St. Mary's University, and the University of Texas at San Antonio. And whereas Robert Sanchez is well known in shrimp fishing circles as a Texas Gulf shrimp processor and as owner-operator of Captain Bob's Seafood Restaurant. And whereas Robert Sanchez served on the Brownsville Public Utilities Board from 2004 to 2008, serving as chairman in 2007, and helped to usher in the Rio Grande Regional Seawater Desalination Pilot Facility, and also served for 3 years from 2004 to 2007 on the board of the Brownsville Crime Stoppers. And whereas Robert Sanchez has also found time at his own expense to help with the forestation of our city, donating and planting 97 Washingtonian palm trees, 7 Florida sable palms, a maple tree, several oleanders and bougainvilleas, and has also donated 2 Resaca aerators for the good and benefit our environment. And whereas Robert Sanchez is married to Lori Ann Sanchez, and they are blessed with 2 sons, Robert Alexander Sanchez II and Adam Jacob Sanchez, and 2 daughters, Tiffany Ann Sanchez and Lori Ann Sanchez. Now therefore, I, the mayor of the city of Brownsville, Texas, by the virtue of the authority vested by the charter of said city, and on behalf of all our citizens, do hereby recognize and honor Robert Sanchez for his efforts in making our community a better place to live. Done on this, the 19th day of October 2010, and signed by Mayor Pat Ahumada and City Secretary. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. I sure appreciate this, Lori and myself. I'm here with Lori Ann and Tiffany Ann and Adam Sanchez. And our older son, Robert's in a football game. They're playing against Los Fresnos, St. Joe versus Los Fresnos, the 7th graders. So we're very happy to be here, and I'm happy that they came with me. We take great pride living here in Brownsville. We love the city of Brownsville. We love our project of forestation on the coast of town Resaca here in Brownsville. We enjoy living on the Resaca here in Brownsville. The kids catch crawfish, ghost shrimp, bass, gar, catfish. We see all kinds of species of birds. There's even a species of the egret that the Audubon Society says there's only 200 of that species here in the world. And I think most of them are on town Resaca here in Brownsville. It sure is very beautiful here in town. We thank you all, Mayor, for the proclamation, and commissioners for the work you do here in Brownsville. City Manager Charlie Kabler is one of the best city managers Brownsville has had. He's pro-business. I can tell you that from running Captain Bob's for 13 years. He's an excellent communicator. The services that the citizens receive here in Brownsville are 5-star with his leadership and your all's leadership. And we're just very humbled, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for this proclamation. And Captain Bob's and the success Captain Bob's has here in Brownsville, it wouldn't have happened with the support of my wife, but especially my father, Mr. Emilio Sanchez, and my mother, Mrs. Norma Sanchez, who's here present also. We thank them very much. Mom was born here in Brownsville. Lori was born here in Brownsville. You see, there's beautiful people here in Brownsville. And then Dad was born in San Benito. There's handsome people from San Benito too, but we're very happy here in Brownsville. And thank you all once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert. And I'm gonna put you to work. I got an opening at the Cameron Workforce. If you want it, it's there.
Appreciate it.
Okay, take care.
Just for the record, City Secretary, we didn't get a chance to sign the proclamation. I don't know why none of us got a chance to sign it, but we would have liked to. I mean, I know I would have liked
that could be
to have
fixed.
signed it.
That could be
So,
fixed.
But I don't know why it moved forward without anybody knowing about it.
That means a lot to me, Charlie,
Okay.
and we'd be honored by it. All of
City
y'all.
Secretary, can you
Thank you.
issue one for their signatures? More than happy to. Thank you. Next item, consent items.
Item 4 is consent agenda items A through C.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 5.
Item 5, mayoral appointment to the Brownsville Housing Authority Board of Directors.
Okay, we're going to skip this one. There's some authorities that are going to take care of this. We'll let the process go through.
I want to say something to the city attorney real quick.
No,
On this
has
is that
nothing to do with you.
Just for the record, nobody from the Housing Authority has resigned, so I don't think there's a vacancy for the mayor to make an appointment, but we'll see where he goes with it.
That's right. And usually, this is the mayor's appointment. It has nothing to
matter.
do with the commission.
You gotta
So I
follow
don't know
rules,
why you're
Mayor.
getting yourself involved in.
Well, you gotta
Like
follow
I said,
rules,
let the
Mayor.
process go forward.
Has anybody resigned?
He resigned to me personally.
No, he didn't.
So, well, that's what you say.
Well, do you have a written
Charlie,
document that says
why are you
anything?
sticking your head in something that's not under your
Because it's
concern?
obvious that if you don't get your way, you want to get rid of people.
No, sir. There's more to this than you even know.
Okay.
So don't even talk out of your ears because you have no
Well,
clue.
produce a document
Item
first.
6, please. Let the process go forward.
Item
Item
6.
6.
Item 6, public hearing and action on Resolution 2010-084 to accept a petition establishing the West Morrison Road Public Improvement District.
Move to table.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion table and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next item, please.
Item 7, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2010-033-SA to allow and amend a light retail specific use in a dwelling G subdivision, dwelling G, section 4.590 acres of Espiritu Santo Grant located near Alton Glore Boulevard and Tandy Road.
Honorable Mayor and City Commissioners, this is an amendment to a specific use. As you recall, there was a physician wanting to build his business on Alton Glore. In this case, the physician would like to add a small wing to the proposed building. Of course, it would need an amendment, so it went to the Planning and Zoning Commission, unanimously approved. The neighbors were in attendance. They agreed with the amendment. There is a site plan. And the L shape here on the bottom left, that's the proposed new wing to his proposed building. As you can see, the concern at the previous specific use, they were concerned with that, an exit onto Tandy. That's still being blocked off by some parking spaces. So in this particular case, the application is recommended for approval.
Move to close.
We have a motion. This is a public hearing. Anybody want to?
Can I make a comment?
Yes.
Sure.
Ben, to reiterate, but this is something we could have taken care of a long time ago. I don't know if these were options that were presented back then, or if it was just I remember that the residents didn't want anything at all.
Right, and in this particular case, there was an agreement with the neighbors. The doctor is going to have his business facing Alton Glore, no exit to Tandy, but he is anticipating future growth of his business, so he wants to add to his building.
Things change sometimes, even neighbors
He
move
didn't
in.
have that in his foresight at that time. So now, because of his demand for his business, he wants to make a building larger,
And this was already approved, so he's just
Yes.
adding that
Yeah.
one
a
portion.
little wing to the.
All right, thank you, Ben.
Move to close.
Any more comments? If not, can I have a motion to close?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. This is an action item.
Move to approve.
We have a motion approved and a second. On, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.
Item 8, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2010-026 to rezone from dwelling G to medium industrial G for 7.73 acres out of El Jardín subdivision located near South Padre Island Boulevard and Coffee Port Road.
Honorable Mayor and City Commissioners, in this particular case, the applicant would like to have a warehouse. We can see from the zoning map, the area is shading in red. The proposed zoning is the same as the property adjacent to this proposed site. The Plan Zoning Commission voted unanimously to recommend this for your approval.
Okay, this is a public hearing.
We're closed.
Nobody wants to comment on it. Motion to close.
Second?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. This is an action item.
Move to approve?
Second.
We have a motion approved and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 9.
Item 9, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2010-027 to rezone from dwelling Z to general retail G for Lot 5, Block 1 of Naranjo subdivision located near FM 803 and Abrigo Road.
Honorable Mayor and City Commissioners, in this particular case, the applicant would like to have a small grocery store on his property. The Plan and Zoning Commission voted unanimously to approve this recommendation to you.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Anybody want to speak
Move
on
to
this
close.
matter? Okay, we have a motion to close. Can I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item.
Would approve?
Second.
Motion to approve and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Item 10, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2010-028-S to allow apartment-specific use in a dwelling G location for Lot 2, there's no number there, of Cameron Park Addition located near Paredes Line Road and Abelardo Avenue.
It's Block 2. In this particular, this is a specific use.
Block 1.
Specific use on a lot adjacent, facing Paredes Line Road. As you can see from the land use map, there are commercial activity in the area. This is a specific use. The applicant worked with staff to push the units further away from Paredes Line Road, and he complies with all the requirements. So it was approved by the Plan and Zoning Commission.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Can I have a motion to close?
So move.
We have a motion. Can I have a second?
Second?
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item,
Move to
please.
approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 11.
Item 11, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2010-605-CU to allow a conditional use permit for sale of on-premises alcohol in Lot 4, Block 1 of Cherry Estate subdivision located at 2353 Old Port Isabel Road.
Honorable Mayor and City Commissioners, this is a wet restaurant. The Plan and Zoning Commission voted to allow this conditional use permit on this premises.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Anybody for or against?
Would
Okay,
close?
can we have a motion to close?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Would approve?
Second.
Okay, action item. Let me ask for the vote. We have a motion to approve, and we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 12. Try to slow down a little bit for the city secretary to record who's making the motions.
Item 12, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2010-607-CU to allow a conditional use permit to sell off-premises alcohol in Lot 4, Block 1 of Morrison Town Center, replat number 2 subdivision located at 4350 US Highway 83 North, Brownsville, Texas.
Honorable Mayor and City Commissioners, this case involves a proposed liquor store on this plaza. You can see in the map, it's part of that plaza behind the old Taco Cabana. There's a restaurant, Oriental food restaurant right next to it. This is a liquor store. And they're also going to be selling gourmet foods. The Plan and Zoning Commission voted unanimously to approve this recommendation to you.
Okay, this is a public hearing.
Move to close.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in
approve.
fa-
Aye.
What do you say? You were closing the public hearing. I just got through telling you all. Slow down a little bit so the secretary can record the vote and who's making the motions. And wait for me to ask for the motion.
Yes, Dad.
Okay, we have a motion to close the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. This is an action item. Can I have a motion?
Move to approve.
We have a
Second.
motion to approve, and we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 13,
There are no public comments.
there are none.
Real
No,
quick,
sir.
Mayor, if I may,
This
I'd
is
like
the
to say something real
first-
quick.
This is the first, we've never had public comments.
I'd like to say
Okay.
real quick
Thank
something,
you.
if I can, Mayor. I forgot on my opening, at the beginning of the meeting, I want to thank Eddie Lucio III and Ruben Obel from our state rep, who worked real hard on getting those sports park signs. I don't know if y'all see them off the expressway now. They say Sports Park Road. Believe it or not, people think you should get them in a week or in a month, but that took over 2 years. I don't know what the delay is with TxDOT, but once we got Eddie Lucio III's office involved, they stepped up to the plate and they held TxDOT accountable. I'd like to thank them personally, and I think all of us should thank them because now people know where to get off when they go to the sports park. And I just want to say thank you to them, and on behalf of the commission, that we appreciate the hard work in getting those signs for us off the expressway.
Thank you. There's no public comments. We encourage citizens to come here and share their thoughts with us. No surprise, we have nobody. Okay, item 14.
Item 14, consideration and action to authorize the use of city streets at the end of Palm Boulevard and at the intersection with Mexico Boulevard for use by the first annual Char Days Halloween 20th Century Rides Carnival from October 29th, 2010 through November 7th, 2010.
Would you approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 15.
Item 15, consideration and action on resolution number 2010-83, supporting the acceptance of a grant award for the multi-agency interjurisdictional South Texas Auto Theft Enforcement Task Force.
Mayor, members of the City Commission, good evening. 2 weeks ago, I came before you to get an authorization to accept the grant award from the Automobile Burglary and Theft Prevention Authority. Part of that required a resolution, and we forgot to bring that before you then, so we're bringing it before you today.
Okay.
Would you approve?
We have a
Second.
motion to approve. Can we have a second?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item
Thank you.
16.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Chief.
Item 16, consideration and action to award a contract for the purchase and delivery of wireless infrastructure equipment for the Brownsville Public Library System.
Thank you.
Good evening. Staff recommendation is to award a contract for the purchase, delivery, and installation of wireless infrastructure equipment at the Brownsville Public Library to Red Moon Incorporated of Mount Pleasant, Texas, in the amount of $126,602. Now, this procurement reflects tips and taps contract pricing, and funding is available for this procurement from a federal stimulus grant. The administration of the Public Library Department concurs with this recommendation.
Would you approve?
We have a
Second.
motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Item 17, consideration and action to award a contract for the purchase, delivery, and installation of a gas collection system for the Brownsville landfill.
Staff recommendation is to award a contract for the West Brownsville stormwater treatment improvements for the West Brownsville watershed project to Tricon Works out of Houston, Texas. The low responsible bidder for the base bid amount of $699,892 and $60,745 for the additive alternate, for a total bid amount of $760,637. This contractor is obligated to commence work immediately after receiving the notice to proceed, and they will have to complete the work within 210 consecutive calendar days. Funding for this project is available from the Department of Energy. It's a grant.
Would approve?
Second?
We have a motion approved and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
The
Second?
motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, can stay. I think this, I've never had a meeting this short.
Had one before.
Thank you.